There. So this was unchecked.
There. So this was unchecked.
That's, yeah. So see how these should move? That's where.
Yeah. So see how these should move?
Oh, I'm like, we just have.
But there's an
reverb.
echo.
We have reverb. Why do we have an echo?
All right.
Oh my gosh, that stressed me so much this morning. I can't even tell you.
I
I was
know.
like so pissed.
I know. I appreciate you getting it done.
Well, I basically wasn't good to Lauren as a result, so. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Apologize to Lauren.
I don't think you probably need to do that, but
Well, I bailed on her like the last 20 minutes of early, probably 30 minutes of early important meeting, so.
bye. Mhm. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Great. Great. That's awesome. Awesome. Well, I will look forward to seeing someone tomorrow. Mm-hmm. 720-220-4537. That's correct. That's correct. Oh, my goodness. Get rid of this illness as well. That would be good. Yeah. That history is already.
That's fine.
So it's already light. People can hear every word you say. I know.
Is anybody on? I'm not. Pretty low. I'm not doing much. Okay. Yo.
I got keys so. I did it for this.
I'm even broadcasting. There's 4 people watching.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Are you going today?
Oh no.
How do you guys are live streaming? So just know that your face is going out to the world.
Yeah, they saw me.
Poor viewers.
You did it record or something? There's people watching. Are you well, it's easier public speaking because I've done like 8 speeches. Do your best friend class. I like don't really care. This one I'm nervous. My first one.
Apparently that.
Never
All your dream watch. People just saw
It's recording.
Yeah, it's good streaming. Hi mom. Oh. Hey vlog, what's up? Welcome to the crib.
People are actually.
I have TV. That's so creepy. I don't like that. Please.
Yeah, I feel like you're not problem.
Oh. They can't hear you breathing. Yes. Okay, Sydney. Sydney.
Look at those of you that are around any day in my life, 5 years, rubrics, that would be good job.
All these literally like the top here. It's like my level is right over here.
Oh, it's just. I'm like so scared. I'm the very first one to go. I'm real late. I know. I'm really. My mom's not working. Yeah,
Oh my God.
We currently have several visitors listening to our class. Look at May, look at how exciting your life is gonna be, just sitting there. So Sam was gonna go today, the other Sam, but he went home sick. So we kind of have a little more condensed, but is Reese the only one who couldn't find the rubric? Everybody else has the rubric. Did you look for it?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me see if I have that. Sydney, are you ready? Hey, Sydney. Is your slideshow on timer or do you need the clicker?
It's on timer.
Anybody need the clicker? Okay. There's Harris.
Mine's a little crinkle. Do I just need this?
You just need the rubric.
Thank you.
Where do you go? Let me get our kid here. Everything you said.
But, okay. So. This is the order. We are streaming live, so we're ready to knock it out. Ella, are you going today? No. Can you do me a favor? Yes. Come over here.
Yeah, Ella,
That's fine.
because you are going first to me.
I don't know.
When she says, okay, yeah, perfect. All right, Cindy, are you ready?
Yeah, lady, please go in. I couldn't see my line.
Here we go.
Sorry, tell Sharon.
Don't knock this over.
Do I stand in front of like the?
Well, yeah, just stand right
I
there.
don't want to block the.
No, stand right there. Nope, over. A little back. Do you see yourself? How do you
It's
look?
kind of creepy.
How does your hair look? Does it look good?
I'm debating if to go to bun or just do that.
Yeah.
Sydney. Don't freak out, Sydney. Sydney, check off. Sydney.
Cindy, whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
I wake up in the morning and I count my blessings. I count my blessings to help me stop stressing. The stressing begins, I forget all my blessings, which is why I count them on my hands and my toes. When I look at my hands, I see what I've counted. Well, for the most part. I see the hands that have shook and the tears that I've wiped. Yet, when I reflect on my life, I'm surprised to see what I've been through. There is no slack being cut. And the many times I do look at my hands, it's almost as if I could use a reminder. A reminder to count the blessings. I count my blessings. I count the item that holds my fears, my worries, and my wishes. I count my Christianity. I count my Christianity because it controls my sanity. Many days I have grinned happily. Other days I forgot to use my audacity. I've taken what's blown me down without getting back up. It's almost as if I am Colorado. I have 300 plus sunny days and a handful of days with restless winds and large gray clouds. I've made it through the days with clouds, and that makes me proud. I count my Christianity because it gives me hope for humanity. Humanity can be insanity, if only they use their hands and their toes. I count my blessings. I count the joy in my life, the many times I laugh, the many times I smile, even the days it feels like I have run a mile. I count the hourly laugh till I cry moments, like really cry laughing, and those are the moments worth photographing. That's what I remember mostly. The joy in my life, brought by so many, controls my sanity and is my greatest blessing. I count the joy in my LaCroix, the many times I dip my sushi into soy, the days I talk to my friends for so long, their ears may fall off, and even the days I have to go home with a cough. But it's all part of this beautiful thing we call life, so I count my blessings on my hands and my toes. I count my sassy self, my fabulous friends, the terrific travel, the marvelous mountains, the shopping on Sundays, the field hockey Fridays, the long lacrosse days, the blissful beach, the captivating Christmas mornings, and the heavenly Harding household. So I've learned that there's more to life. There are days when you are sad and when everything seems to be bad, but most of the time I am excited for the many times I am invited. I've learned that the happiness outshines the darkness, that the love is stronger than the harshness, my faith can move mountains, and that the joy I find can impact my days. So I've learned to count my blessings on my hands and my toes, because I know if I don't, it really shows.
Computer says something. There's something coming up over it.
Did her mama watch?
I don't know who's watching.
I'll look.
Yes, please.
One thing that makes me different from you, drive for success. Waking up every morning at 4. That's different, isn't it? Yeah. Not going to bed until I do a challenge that sometimes keeps me up till 12. And I know I'm going to get up in 4 hours, but I still do. These things aren't normal for a 14-year-old kid just trying to make it to the PGA Tour. I know. But if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. I'm sure you've all heard this before, but who here is the best at what they do? Nobody. Nobody's there yet. Yet we all think about getting there. To get where we want to get means you have to give it 100%. For me, I want to be the best at what I do. And I'll push my body to the limits to get there. I mean, look at Tiger Woods in his prime. He woke up every morning at 4, spent the whole day training and playing golf. And you could argue that the best man that ever played it. So if you want to play on that level, you have to put in more work and more time than the people who are better than you. Another one of my goals is become number 1. Don't think this is easy, because it's not. There's nothing harder, more difficult, or more depleting than becoming number 1. Don't believe me? Here's something that 23. 23 is the number of people who become number 1. That's not a lot at all. So if you want to be number 1 in anything, you have to work for everything, because nothing serves you on a silver platter. So now you're probably wondering why I'm so dedicated to something that might not get me anywhere. I have 2 answers for you. 1, you never know if you can do it until you do it. And number 2, I want to put my name on that list of people who have become number 1. If I do this, I'll be very happy. But I'll still want more. I'll leave you with this. The drive for success is what will allow you to reach your childhood dreams. Right now, they might seem impossible, but once you put in the work and time, they might not seem so far away.
If I was in the NHL, I would remember when I tried out for the squirt team. I got cut. I didn't make the B team either, but it didn't matter because I had fun. If I was in the NHL, I would remember when I tried out for the Pee Wee AA team. I got cut. I was devastated. It mattered. It mattered a lot to me, but after a year of playing with all my friends, I was motivated to make the top team. If I was in the NHL, I would remember the summer I did 100 push-ups a day, shot hundreds of pucks on base, and I skated 4 or 5 times a week, changed my diet, and I started to take life more seriously. I did everything to make the Bantam AA team, and I got cut. If I was in the NHL, I would remember my second year of Bantam, where I made the Bantam AA team. Made me realize that failure is the greatest motivator because after 5 years of failing, I did it. I made the Bantam AA team. It gave me hope that I wouldn't be average anymore, that I wouldn't have to work an average job for average money like an average person does. If I was in the NHL, I would remember my first injury where I fractured the L5 vertebrae in my back. I was devastated because I had worked the last couple of years to make this team the top team, a team who had the potential to be not only one of the best teams in the state, but in the country, only to miss 8 weeks. If I was in the NHL, I would remember those devastating 8 weeks, which turned out to be some of the most beneficial 8 weeks of my young hockey career, because one can learn a lot from watching mistakes of your teammates, and one can learn a lot from watching the game from a different perspective. It taught me not to take hockey for granted when I saw how fast it could be ripped away. If I was in the NHL, I would remember every step of the way. I'd remember every failure and every success. I go to sleep every single night thinking that it was worth it.
Hallie, do you have your ruler?
Isn't it just in this packet? Should I just start whenever? Okay. I'm 5 years old and playing with a doll. It's my very best one, my most favorite one of all. Of course, it was a different toy the other day. I managed to find a new one often because just one can never stay. I find happiness in the simplest of things. A smile can be brought to my face with only a couple of pumps on a swing. To make me happy, it doesn't take much, as long as it's an object I can hold or touch. My parents tell me what's important, things like family and friends, and yet I still believe that happiness can only be achieved with things you can spend. It's not my fault though. I'm conditioned to be materialistic from a young age, as companies immediately start marketing their products to my impressionable brain. I'm 10 years old now and about to finish 5th grade. If I were to mess up now right before middle school, that would be such a shame. I've been successful in school all my life, and so far everything is easy. People say I'm just the school type. From all the 4s I've received on all my reports to the comments my parents make, they're full of support. I've read just about every book on the shelf and finally created an identity for myself. I'm 12 years old now, and in just 1 week, I've made 5 new friends. Wow, what a feat. Social acceptance is all the new rage as I open this new chapter of my life and turn the next page. What I wear, how I act, and who I choose to be all contribute to what people think of me. Nothing else matters, I've been made aware. And if you're not cool, no one will ever care. This doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand this, but everyone else plays by the rules, so I guess I'll just go with it. Everyone's opinions take constant control of me, and I know I can't be defined by them, but they're all I can see. Soon enough, it takes over my life, and it's all I can think about as I try to fall asleep at night. Is this what it means to be happy? I whispered quietly. If this is what it takes, then maybe being happy just isn't for me. I'm 14 years old and finally opened my eyes. After all this time I've been alive, I realized that true happiness can only come from inside.
The only things that are guaranteed are death and change, and you can't stop others from making you feel pain. People are constantly letting you down and fail you, but you have to remember that their opinions don't make or break you. High school is hard, that much I've learned, but no one will love you if you don't love yourself first. You can't rely on superficial things like people on TV or what you see in magazines. The root of your happiness has to come from within, for when you focus on yourself is when you truly start to win. I've realized that nothing in life comes easy to you, but a flower doesn't wait around for others. It just blooms. You have to be like the flower and be unapologetic. Be brave in word, thought, and deed, and if you want something, go get it.
Three pieces of advice. As I grew up, I heard one phrase again and again. Teachers and coaches told me not to be afraid to fail. But failure was the first step to success. But no matter how many times this was engraved into my mind, when I failed, I felt like a failure. And I didn't want to be a failure. But what could we do if we weren't afraid to fail? You see, failure is a box, a small white box. If something's too close to the walls, you better not go for it, right? The more you try to avoid the inevitable, the closer the walls get tighter, tighter, suffocating your creativity, strangling your desire, choking your potential, crushing your dreams. Failure is unescapable and unavoidable. And no matter what, every person is afraid to fail. But have a little confidence in yourself. Think outside the small white box. 2, be successful. Be successful. What is success? By definition, success is the achievement of an aim or the attainment of popularity and profit. But wealth and popularity should not measure success. Teachers, nurses, firefighters, these people aren't rich. They aren't on TV, but they change the world for the better. Success shouldn't be having the most money or followers. It should be reimagining the world around you, leaving a legacy. Life cannot be taken for granted, for believe it anymore. When I die, I want to be remembered for not only who I was, but also for how I changed this world. 3, be happy. How do we be happy? Can happiness be bought? Is it better to have what we want or want what we have? You have to answer these questions for yourself. But for me, happiness comes and goes like the wind. One moment I can feel the gentle breeze on my face, the next all is still and the wind's gone. One moment I'm with my family laughing, the next I'm mourning loss of a loved one. Happiness cannot be acquired, it cannot be captured, it can only be savored. If something makes you happy, be there. Enjoy it, because if you don't remember the times you can feel the gentle wet breeze on your face, all you'll be able to remember is when all is still.
It's doing nothing again. Okay.
It's okay, just, honey, just present it from there.
Okay.
It's fine.
I'll have to click it. Is that okay?
Yes. Let me get you that. This is the button. Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
I was born with the urge to spread my love. I hear this makes me kind, sort of. But sometimes I don't know how to be a person trapped in my mind. I'm unsure about a lot of things, but never how to show love or be kind. I'm still learning how humor and love connect like muscle to bone. Over the years, my values have grown. My mom taught me to be strong and love with my whole heart. My dad taught me how to crack a joke, and when I fall, get up and restart. From day one, my mom said to live and have fun, and there are qualities about me that truly can stun. There are things in my life I can't live without. Chick-fil-A is one of those items without a doubt. I've been told it's not the best thing to eat every day. They say it's overly processed, that goodness served on the tray. It's probably because nothing that good is organic. My dad once told me that sometimes good things can be toxic, which is kind of ironic. I have an odd fascination with NFL football stats and making people smile. I assume it's because I love watching football and spreading humor can make someone happy for a while. It is my understanding that's why I show my love through humor. I just wish that I had developed the confidence to do so sooner. Oftentimes, relationships and friendships remind me that I'm not afraid to love. They also remind me that I'm terrified of being broken. I'm clumsy. One time I dropped my mom's favorite vase. I often struggle with putting myself out there in fear of being a disgrace. I'm terrified of being shattered, but I can always remember that it is my love for others that matters. It may sound odd, but I wonder how astronauts feel in space. I wonder if they have jokes that are out of this world, and I wonder if it's possible that they feel loved miles and miles away from home. I've got a few quirks and a multitude of flaws. I'm afraid if I let you see them, my attempt to show you love through humor will feel forced and unwanted. I try to remember that my flaws don't define me, and it is my love for others that does. I've never been very good at cleaning my room or talking about my feelings. I guess to me it just really doesn't sound all that appealing. It's probably because sometimes I'm so focused and caught up in my mind that it makes my heart feel a tiny strain, and oftentimes I forget how I want to live. I forget that I want to share love, spread humor, and give. I love going to the driving range with my dad, working hard, and playing soccer. I find humor in jokes, memes, and singing birthday cards. Some hobbies of mine include cooking, hiding behind a smile, and trying to define what unconditional love looks like. I know that I don't know as much as my parents, but I know that I want to live a life full of love and humor, and I know that if I can do this, then my life is going to turn out to be pretty super. And then that's all.
Thank you. I'm just reading my chapter, I'm not following you up there.
Okay.
Okay. I get to do it.
Whenever you're ready.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
My mom once asked me, "What makes you happy?" I simply responded, "I don't know." Because it's not the flowers that grow in the spring, and it's not eating pizza, and it's not watching my favorite movie. I question myself, what does make me happy? Does anything make me happy? I don't know. I thought, you can only be happy if you are first sad. Happiness can't exist without sadness, or you wouldn't know what it feels like to be happy. Just like if there's no bad in the world, how will we know it's good? I later answered my mom's question. Sadness makes me happy. Not in the sense that I'm happy about being sad, but that sadness pushes me to be a happier person. She was confused, as if the words that came out of my mouth sounded like gibberish. I told her, if there's no rain, there's no flowers. Happiness isn't served to you on a silver platter. It has to be worked for. You can't just walk into life thinking it will be easy. If you walk through a garden of roses, you will come out with thorns on your legs. It's hard to admit, but there is misery in this world. My grandma taught me the best lesson I've ever learned. Life isn't fair. I didn't believe that at first until she passed away. It really wasn't fair that she had to go, but that's just how life works. I thought it'd be a smooth ride down the path of life, but I learned the hard way that there are some rocks in the road. But the good will always outweigh the bad. Life is very valuable, and no one should put it to waste, no matter how bad it gets. One little thing can turn my frown into a smile, and once I have a smile on my face, I will never take it for granted. So I encourage you all to look at life like the glass is half full. Have no regrets, but learn from your mistakes.
And appreciate.
And appreciate every second on this beautiful planet, because we have so much to be happy about, and every heartbeat is just another blessing. Life is short, so take advantage of it. It sucks that sadness has to exist for there to be happiness, but it's okay, because everything will be all right in the end. And if it's not all right, it's not the end.
The wind howls in my ears as I stand on top of a snowy mountain, peering out over the edge below me, and I lift off. I start slow, taking my time gliding back and forth across the mountain, but then life sweeps me up. I'm rushing down the mountain with the wind behind my back. The sun is shining down on me, and it feels as if I were on top of the world, and then I fall. At my highest point in life, I'm shot down. I gave it my all, and I'm knocked flat on the ground. I get back up, but I start slow again. It's my chance at redemption, but I don't have the drive I had before. Where's the motivation? I ski down the wrong path and I'm lost. I don't know how to find my way back, but somehow I just keep going. It's an endless amount of twists and turns until I reach the bottom of the mountain. Yet even when I make it to the bottom of the mountain, I still feel lost. What's missing? Friendship. Friendship is essential when going down the path of life. You rely on them to pick you up when you fall. You rely on them to find you when you are lost. And you rely on them to guide you throughout the hardships in life. And they rely on you just as much. So now, as I stand atop this mountain, I have friends beside me. We peer out over the edge together. We lift off together. We start slow, just like before, doing zigzags across the white mountain, but then life takes us by surprise. We're all speeding down the mountain with the wind behind our backs. The sun is shining down on us, and we are on top of the world. But once again, I fall. But now I have this backbone, this safety net to keep me going. They help me up, and we continue to ski down the mountain. I ski down the wrong path again, but it's okay. My friends are there to find me. They guide me down the mountain, and then we do it all over again. Friendship is the motivation that drives me to push on. It's the constant reminder that I'm not alone, and it's a much-needed source of happiness to keep my mind healthy. A quote by Walter Winchell, a popular American commentator, once said, "A real friend is one who walks in when the rest of the world walks out." The world is a rough place with tough situations, but all you need is one true friend to be there for you when you fall, and you'll be back up and running before you know.
Are you ready? I love the feeling of laying on the beach and getting tan, the warmth of the sun filling me with happiness,
waves crashing over me on the beaches in new cities, and taking pictures to remember the good times. I love math, figuring out complicated problems, processing different pieces of information, formulas, and lessons, interweaving it into one answer, and the satisfaction in yourself when you finally solve it. I love my friends because I can see the goodness in others. I can see the different personalities, sensitive humor, and preferences that all add up to who they are. I love my family because they stand behind me, they support me when I'm struggling, they love me, they laugh with me, and they try and make me honestly happy. I love going to camp because I get to escape life. I get to meet my best friends, learn about the struggles of others, and devote myself to my faith. I love listening to music because they put my feelings into words. It seems like music understands me when no one else does and makes me feel less alone. I love looking at old pictures because I can see my old memories, the laughter, the travels, with my best friends, all put into my hands. I love when my room is clean because I feel less stressed. I feel like I have my life put together if clearly I don't, and I can focus more on my tasks at hand. I love mornings because I have the whole day ahead of me, the feeling of a second chance, a new start, a long day to accomplish what I've been trying to do for some time. I love a lot of things, and I love most things, but above all, I love my faith. I love being supported. I love always being loved. I love always having someone to talk to. I love the path that he has me on. I love the ups and downs that make me stronger. I love how there's always someone rooting for me. I love going to church to be with him. I love worshiping his name. I love being so overwhelmed with his love. I love so many things, but above all, I love him. That's it.
Right on. 9 down, 21. Like for you go. Awesome, you guys. Late work. You want to say goodbye to your parents?
Bye.
Bye, Mommy.
Stop. Bye, Mommy. And scene.
Did anyone watch?